Hi, Chris.
Hey,
I don't think they're insulting.
We're trying
What's
to.
going on, man?
What's going on, buddy? Good to see you again.
They're trying to
too.
pick a nickname for me. I don't have a nickname.
Yeah, when you see when you see Jim Norton, because you know Jim Norton from the scene, I'm sure. What type of nickname so far? Some of the nicknames that have
These mics are terrible, by the way.
popped up for Jim are TLJ.
What's that stand?
It was for Tranny Loving Jim. It was very, very
Okay,
hurtful.
So we're not trying to hurt your feelings at all.
No, not at all.
We're just
Oh,
telling
okay.
true stories. And then what was the other one?
Jim the Freak, which was kind of like.
No, I don't like Jimmy
He
the
didn't
Freak.
like that.
What was the other one?
Oh, the Lone Pup.
You didn't want to say that one.
No, I forgot about it.
Why the lone pup?
Because like Lone Wolf is like such a is a douchey name that they give these terrorists. And I said that in high school. I thought I was a lone wolf, and it's just a totally bad name. And someone
Yeah.
said the Lone Pup.
But he's kind of like, he's not exactly.
I'll be honest. When I think of like nicknames, I always think of like, what animal do you look like?
Oh,
Really?
perfect. Oh,
And
good.
And I kind of feel bad, but if you were an animal, which animal do you feel like you most look like? I'll throw it into you.
I have a feeling that my thoughts and the fans' thoughts are going to be remarkably different.
Right.
I have a feeling Jim the Worm Norton would win.
The worm is up there. I'd say the worm.
Well, Jim the
I
Turtle?
don't see the worm. The weasel.
The weasel might win.
No, it's the other
Because
one.
if you're gonna be Jim the Turtle, like you have to specifically say
The
it's a-
ferret. I think you look like a ferret.
Jim the Ferret Norton. Yeah, he might not be wrong. It's kind of a little Weasley Frank Burns face.
Yeah. Because the only type of turtle you look like, it would have to be a de-shelled turtle.
Well, yeah.
He looks like a de-shelled
Never
turtle.
seen the light of day.
Right.
Very fragile when he comes out of the shell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no real bone or anything. He's used to having a big exoskeleton.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like I just walked into like bullying you.
No, you're not at all. I was actually my idea because I'm doing town hall, so I'm giving away some tickets. We couldn't think of a good way to do it, so I'm like, yeah, just come up with a nickname. And I didn't think they were going to be kind. Jim the Turtle is not bad. Patrice used to call me a mollusk. That was really
Mollusk
hurtful.
is great.
I forget. I don't know really what a mollusk
It's
is.
a weird like sea crustacean. It's
Yeah.
not a compliment.
No, it isn't. It isn't. If you,
Well, I
but
haven't
it
heard
does
one
look like him.
compliment yet. So.
No. What is your nickname that you fight under?
The All American.
Why the All
Okay,
American?
that's better than
I mean,
the
that's a
de-shelled
nice-
I don't
turtle.
know. I don't really like it that much. But it was because when I first went to my gym, Matt and Ray, all those guys, I was like they thought I was like the All American guy because I married my high school sweetheart. And I don't know. They thought I was good looking, and I had I don't even know. And then I was a 4-time college All American, so they're like, "Oh, you're like the All American guy. We're going to call you the All American."
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Apple pie.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yeah.
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a nice boy and you fight.
I want you to. What kind of animal do I look like? I need to get picked on here.
I wouldn't say an animal.
No, you have to. There's some type of animal. Everyone looks like an animal if you really check it out. If you look at them, what would you say?
What would you say, Jim?
Which animal do I?
If I could think of one, I would say it. Believe me, I'm trying to think of what animal.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
because I don't want to compliment your big guns and your giant. Oh, you think like an ape?
I'm going monkey. No,
You think so?
come on.
Maybe
Well,
like
it's really
a-
monkeyish.
I like monkey. No.
Yeah.
No, you're not hairy enough. Your
he
arms aren't
comes.
long enough.
Sloth.
Handsome, muscular ape. That's not as good.
Exactly. Yeah, an
I'm trying to look at
all-American.
you. I could right away orangutan.
Okay. That's,
He's looking at Sam. You're not wrong about that. Sam the
Orangutan.
orangutan. Yeah,
I
you
don't know
do.
why it's the hair.
Yeah,
I
he even
get
has a
that.
red asshole.
That's what it is.
And you would know. No,
Yeah.
Yes, I certainly would.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
I fell out of his favor recently.
Yes, we have after-show meetings. Trust me.
Oh my God.
So yeah, it is fun, just kind of attack each other.
So I'm always curious about the fighters because like I watch wrestling or like comedy, for example, where comedians have to play to the audience. Pro wrestling, like you're playing to the audience. You're putting on this show. But like I always find it odd that in I guess all sports, but specifically in UFC because it's a one-on-one competition, you guys kind of have to completely cancel out the crowd altogether, right?
I mean, I guess if you're really good at playing to the crowd and being able to win a fight, that's where it's at, like Conor McGregor. But I think when you're really focused on winning the fight, and obviously that's the most important thing is to win,
Yeah.
most guys aren't the greatest at kind of just playing to the crowd and being someone who they really might not be.
Right.
And then people could see that. People could see fakeness. And so it's hard to – I can't pull it off. I can't all of a sudden start talking crap or, being someone I'm not. I'm going to be myself and try to win as many fights as I can. If
You're
you like me,
concentrating
like
on
me.
the task
Yeah,
at hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what was it like fighting in Brazil? Because Colby Covington just went in and he called like the Brazilians. He was like, "You filthy animals!" And I heard Machida gave him a bunch of shit back. Like I don't know if he's playing the bad guy. I thought that like water bottles had been thrown at him, but
yeah.
apparently he was just playing the bad guy.
Oh, yeah, he's just playing the bad guy. I mean, I see what he's doing. I mean,
It's like what Chael Sonnen did, right?
Yeah.
Years ago.
Pretty much. He wasn't in Brazil when he was doing it. This guy kind of didn't realize, I think, what he was saying, and he almost was killed. But he's sticking with it. I guess you have to be consistent. And he was kind of playing the bad boy card for a long time, and he's in Brazil. He's got to stick with it.
If you don't commit to it, that's as bad as. I mean, you might as well. It's worse than never saying anything. If you start and then you kind of backpedal a little bit.
I agree. So I applaud him for having the balls to stick with that character because he could have got killed.
They were throwing. Yeah, I heard that they had to have like security outside his door. They threw like what? Did you ever get shit thrown at you when you were walking in?
No, not that I remember. I've been grabbed pretty hard. You know,
What
as
was the grab
as
for?
I'm walking,
Kevin Spacey's in the front row.
you know, people. Yeah, I've heard.
I own you.
Yeah, it's ownership.
I don't really. I kind of would ask what happened. I kind of got like a little idea of what happened with Spacey. I know he came out and basically said that he's been bi for a long time, and something.
Yeah.
Someone said that he did something a long time ago or something.
Well, he hit on some 14-year-old.
More
at
than
his
hit
house.
on him.
Yeah. He like picked him up. He was an actor. Kevin was 26 and the kid was 14. This is like 30 years ago. And the kid was at a party at his house, and I guess people had left. So Spacey walked in, and the kid was just watching TV in his room, and Spacey picked him up like literally the way you carry a bride across the threshold, and laid him on the bed, and like kind of was like holding him down and trying to get with him sexually. And then the kid got up, went to the bathroom, and then wound up leaving. Like he didn't. It
Oh
didn't
my
go
God!
Any,
It sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was really. It didn't go any further than that. But it's still.
And now this just came out now. The
Right.
kid's now 44.
50 something. Oh, yeah, in his 40s maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be
He's in his 40s, you're right.
44. Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
really good with my math, so
think
you
you're
said
right.
30 years. You said he was 14. How you doing?
But in an effort.
Although you don't have to be a math prodigy to do that one.
Damn it! But I did it really fast, right? Because when you
certainly
guys were
did.
talking about things, I was calculating.
Before I was finished, you had the figure. But yeah, it's
Kind of an expert. I'm really good at addition. Subtraction, I'm okay at.
You say 30.
I have a
and 14?
7-year-old daughter, so I've been practicing my math.
But yeah, so like in an effort to try to calm down the news of the fact that he tried to molest a 14-year-old boy, he was like, "Hey, I'm gay," and everybody was like, "Yeah, we don't care. You tried to molest a 14-year-old
Being
boy."
gay is normal at this point. That doesn't deflect the real issue here.
Yeah,
Right.
gay people are pretty pissed off
He
too.
got
All the
me
gay
though
groups.
because I saw. That's all I saw really
Right.
was his little
That was the plan.
blog thing. And
Did you not know as somebody? 'Cause I don't know Kevin, but I know a lot of people that know him, and I've kind of just known that he was gay for fucking 20 years. Just you could see it. But did you not know that as a guy who's like probably doesn't discuss him that much? Were you surprised to hear that?
Not really surprised.
No.
No, not really surprised. But it's not something I was thinking about or definitely knew, but not surprised.
Yeah, that creepy shit is the young stuff, man. It's like, how do you fucking look at somebody who's 14
That's what
years old?
I want to know where your line
Anything,
is.
nobody
drawn.
underage, and
That's
nothing
it.
forceful. No, I'm a pervert, man, but not with. And it's not because I'm moralistic. It's just not my. I mean, thank God, it's not my turn on. I mean, my turn on is different. I like someone to have a fucking eye contact with me, and to be enjoying
I
it.
instantly took my eyes and moved them
Oh
away
yeah, no,
from
I
you.
didn't. I'm not
I went
into,
right down to
I'm not into
the-
burly
Oh,
gentlemen.
he's looking at me.
But no, but you know what I mean. Like I like the feeling that somebody's enjoying what's happening. It
Yeah.
doesn't turn me on if they're not enjoying it. It doesn't turn me on if they're underage and innocent. Ugh.
Yeah, if you have to take advantage.
No, I hate that.
Awful.
No, I want somebody who's fucking. I want somebody who's got like I have a lot of shame. So I want somebody who's got like a lot of shame and then knows how to shame me. I'm a weirdo, but I like somebody who is.
I mean, they know how to shame. Like you want them to shame you?
Yeah, in a way, but I want
What
somebody
the
who's
hell shames you?
well, it just somebody who's. I want somebody who's damaged, like I'm damaged. Somebody who's like we understand each
Not
other.
that many people.
So would you like the gag ball in the mouth, on all fours,
I could
tied
enjoy-
up, whipped?
No, I'm not into being whipped, and the gag ball would kill me because my sinuses are so bad I wouldn't be able to breathe. I'd panic.
But you wouldn't be shamed at that point? Is
No,
that
I'd feel like a goose. Like, oh, come on, guys. I'd feel silly. It wouldn't do anything for me to be shamed or whipped. But I mean, I like an equal footing thing. That's what I kind of like.
Yeah.
Not somebody underage who's like, is this okay? It's like, ugh.
And then Spacey, the news story today about Spacey is some filmmaker who is not underage, but a documentary filmmaker whose name's Tony Montana, said that Kevin came up to him in a bar and he grabbed his whole package, his dick and his balls, and then Kevin said, "This designates ownership."
What the hell?
I mean, it's really bizarre.
It is a weird thing to have somebody say when they grab your penis because this designates ownership. That's a long thing to say while
Yeah.
you're holding a penis.
Yeah.
Well, after that Harvey Weinstein thing, didn't another actor come out? Oh, what the heck was his name? I'm so bad with names. But one of these actors came out. And he was at a party, and I guess and he was there with his wife. And one of these producers like big time producers came over to him and grabbed him by the
Terry
nuts.
Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yes, it makes it even better. He's like the most intimidating looking guy ever.
Yeah.
And there's probably this little white guy goes up to him and grabs him by the schlong and basically just and then walks away. I think, right? Is that the story?
Yeah.
And
and
Terry
it's-
Crews
just
had
grabbed
he
him.
just had to take it.
How do you grab? Like you said, a guy like that in front of his wife. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, your
Unless the guy's
initial
probably drunk.
reaction has to be to punch the guy.
It has to be.
instantly. Like,
Well, it depends on who he is. I mean, my career is not that good. I mean, I don't know if I'd punch him or not. I don't have really a lot going on in show business.
You would allow somebody to do an action that designates ownership to you?
Depending on who he was and what he could offer me. No, that would freak me out. Being grabbed like that would freak me out.
Well, like when you're on the way to the octagon and somebody grabs you, not by the dick, but just grabs you in general. Like, is there a sort of because I'm assuming you're on such like a high like level, you're ready to fight at any, within seconds. Like, is there a part of you that wants to turn around and swing at somebody, but you have to
like you're so
focus?
you're so focused at that point, so you already know any type of distractions that come as you walk out, you gotta just tune out, like whatever people are screaming and stuff. But as soon as someone grabs you, it's a different feel.
Right.
The security guards are supposed to be keeping these guys back, and so when you get grabbed by the arm and pulled, where you kind of lose your balance, it does kind of fluster you.
You wanna throw an elbow or something,
you want to
yeah.
hit this guy, but. It happened to me once pretty bad. I just had to keep on moving.
Yeah, you're
Gotta
and
keep
you're,
on
and, you,
moving.
and you're you're promoting 217 this Saturday here in New York, and it's one of the
At
best.
Madison Square Garden.
It's fucking amazing. It's one of the best cards ever. The main event is Michael Bisping is fighting GSP, who's coming back after.
It's a huge fight.
And it is a big fight, but the other one's Cody Garbrandt against TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Ian Jacek against Rose Namajunas, who I love. And also, I think the second fight on the card is he's your brother-in-law, right?
yep.
Stephen Thompson against Jorge Masvidal, which is going to be an incredible fight.
Crazy card.
How is he doing? He's like the nicest guy ever.
He is the nicest guy. He's doing really good. This is a huge fight for him. I mean, is it Jorge or George?
Jorge. I think it's Jorge Masvidal.
Okay, yeah. So Jorge is one of these dudes. I mean, he was fighting on the streets for money.
The Miami fights. He used to do like those the things that Kimbo Slice would do, and what was his name? Dada 5000.
Yeah.
He was doing those backyard street fights.
Yes. So this guy is like definitely a tough dude. He has more of a traditional like Muay Thai stance moving forward. Very well rounded. But Wonder Boy, when he's on his feet, that's his world. That's where his whole life he's been fighting guys like Jorge. So I think it's going to be a really good fight for him.
Yeah, it's funny that those backyard fighter guys, there is a mystique with them because that's just such a raw way to come up. I guess they would have gloves, wouldn't they? They wouldn't bare knuckle. Were they bare knuckling in the back?
Yeah.
I actually
or
knew-
sometimes they tape their hands a little bit, but that was
Just
it.
so your hand doesn't break
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
I knew a guy whose first fight, the glove that he used was made of cardboard.
Oh God! Brendan Steiner's Mario Rivera story. His first glove was of cardboard. Oh,
We have this guy, Brendan Steiner.
Who we
he's
like.
we do like him a lot. He's a memorabilia dealer, but he's been in this studio.
Steiner Sports?
Yeah, Steiner Sports.
yeah.
It's his son or something?
No, it's
him,
the guy.
Brandon,
But how old? The guy who started Steiner Sports is
Yeah, he's probably like
in his 50s.
In his 50s or 60s.
he was a fighter.
No. He's
No,
just
but-
making fun of him by
But
saying
I
that.
was bringing it up
I
because
got
he's
you.
been in here.
Oh, you guys are comedians.
No. He's been in here no fewer than half a dozen times, and every time he comes in, he tells a story about Mariano Rivera using a cardboard baseball glove. And it gets the first time it's like, oh wow, and the sixth time it's like, yeah,
We know.
we know.
See right there. There's a picture of Rivera. That's how
Do you guys
poor he
make fun
was.
of him with that or no?
We pointed
you guys
it
wait
out,
till
yeah.
he leaves.
We always try to like lead him into the story to see
Oh,
if we can get him
that's
to
awesome.
tell it again.
Yeah, and then as he starts, we know that the audience is like, "All right, already, we know." That's what Rivera would wear on his hand. Do you watch other sports or no? A lot of fighters don't. Like Matt, my UFC Unfiltered partner, who's literally become one of my favorite people. Matt Serra.
Yeah,
There's
he's
just
the
like,
best. I love him.
There's no lying in Matt Serra.
No.
Like that.
No.
Just
You guys are two peas in a pod with that. I don't
Yeah,
think
we-
you don't lie much, do you?
Not really. To myself a lot in the
Yeah.
mirror. Like,
Yeah.
you'll have a family someday. Yeah, you're a success.
Every now and then he'll lie sometimes. Like he'll get up on stage and go, "Oh, I want to thank everybody for the sellout." Like that's
Yeah, that's absolutely a
that's
lie.
usually a fabrication.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's more
That's
like,
great.
thank you for papering the room, would be more honest. But yeah, no, Matt's a brutally honest guy. He's a fun guy to work with because there's just no bullshit in him. People love him.
Zero.
He's just a raw guy. But you guys don't. He's like, I don't watch anything with a ball. He can't watch any other sports other than fighting.
Because
Yeah.
he doesn't like them.
He didn't grow up playing it. He just never was into sports really. It's crazy. He was a martial artist. He was, got into, I think, maybe jiu-jitsu first or karate, something. Maybe karate first, and then got into jiu-jitsu.
But does he think they're stupid? Like, is he like?
He just can't. It doesn't make. It doesn't.
I'll tell
make
you
him feel
one
anything.
thing. I love Matt, but he's not good at them. So,
so that's part of it.
and that's really, Longo just kills him with that. I mean, the guy can't hit a ball for his life. I mean, he can't throw. He can't do. I'm like, how does a guy actually get in the cage and win? It's crazy.
Hey, when you're fighting, I always hate when people give me instructions and people are yelling instructions. Do you actually listen? Is it helpful? I always get embarrassed.
When coaches and stuff and trainers
Dude,
are
that would
yelling.
humiliate. When I'd be playing Little League and like they'd be like, "All right, Jimmy, just choke up." I'd be like, "Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
Stop humiliating." I'd be so
Hustle,
embarrassed.
Sam. We need a little hustle out there. A little hustle. Oh, I thought I was.
I would be so embarrassed when people give me instructions. But you actually find it helpful, or do you like not listen? It would drive me nuts.
No, I do listen. It's like the voices that you're used to hearing every single time you're in practice and you're sparring, kind of just gets filtered in there, and that's the only voices you really hear. Every once in a while, you'll like hear something completely random, or you'll see somebody in the stands, and as you're like ground and pounding somebody, you'll just be like, oh, I wonder what he's thinking right now. You have like weird, random thoughts like that, but other than that, you kind of just hear your coaches.
Have you ever seen a celebrity in the audience or somebody that you knew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like while you're fighting and it registered?
I'm trying. I think there's a bunch of times where I've seen like Joe Rogan, and I'm like punching and whatever I'm doing, and I'm like, I wonder what he's saying right now about me. Like random like that.
But it doesn't distract you. It's just a weird thought.
It's just like a weird random thought that somehow I remembered. There's probably more, but just actually that I'm able to think about afterwards and be like, wow, that was weird.
Do you ever have like? Does the audience ever? Is there a celebrity or somebody in the audience that you're like, oh, I don't want to see that. Let that person see me get my ass kicked. Like like now.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Arnold. Arnold was at one of my fights. Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Right.
The Terminator. And I didn't want to lose. I wanted him to think I was good. So.
Right.
Did you lose that fight or did you win?
No, I won.
There it
I
is.
won, yeah. And we went out to dinner, and yeah, there was I've hung out with him like 3-4 times now. I'm big time.
I've only met him once, and he was nicer than I thought he would be. What do you talk about with Schwarzenegger when you're out to dinner?
Well, the first time I really met with him, it was the most scary thing ever. I was at the Arnold Classic, one of those bodybuilding contests that he runs, and I was doing something for a sponsor, and someone got in touch with my manager at the time and was like, "Hey, Arnold wants to meet you," and I'm like, "What?" Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. And I'm kind of crapping my pants. And he said, all right, meet in this lobby. And he comes, and this is right after he just got done being the governor. He comes in, and he's got like, eight like security dudes around him. And he's walking towards me. Now his eyes have, caught me, and he's just walking towards me. And I'm just like, the Terminator is staring at me and walking towards me. And that was the weirdest thing ever. I was so starstruck.
You were, right?
Yeah. And then since then, we hung out a couple times after that. But I was kind of just asking him for advice. I mean, I was asking him things like, how did he, start like marketing himself the way he did? I mean, he was a bodybuilder. How did he become this movie star?
Right, and his English was good, but it was choppy and a very, very heavy accent. So it's like, hey, how do you break into movies when
To
it's
be a
like,
politician in America as a guy with broken English, I mean, that's hard.
what did he say when you asked him how he broke in?
So he said he got into marketing. He like went to school and started learning about like how to market stuff because he loved bodybuilding so much, but no one else cared about it.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't understand why all these people don't like it. So I'm going to show them, why I love it. And what he said he did was he realized that all these people who got interviewed who are bodybuilders, they would always be like, oh, I train like 6 times a day. I'm so tired. Eat like 20 meals a day. And it was just like negative and boring. So he was like, instead, I wanted to like bring good energy to it. And he just said stuff like, it makes me like when I get this pump, it makes me want to come. Like it's better than coming or whatever.
Did he say that?
He said,
Have you never seen it in the bodybuilding movie that
No.
he did?
he did like
it's awesome.
He did like this. What is it?
It's like a documentary.
Documentary,
on
yeah.
bodybuilding.
And he
First
literally
thing he
just
did.
started
Yeah.
like talking about how much he just loved it and
It's the-
compared it to sex.
I
He's
remember.
like,
I know that documentary. It's from the '70s.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he compared it to coming.
Oh yeah, he literally he's like this is it, he said it's like coming when you get a pump on. It's like coming.
It's probably not.
Oh yeah, listen, here it is. We'll play the clip.
oh wow, look at that.
Oh yeah, headphones, Chris, if you.
Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah, of course you do.
The greatest feeling you can get in a gym, or the most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym, is the pump. Let's say you train your biceps. Blood is rushing into your muscles, and that's what we call the pump. Your muscles get a really tight feeling, like your skin is going to explode any minute. It's really tight. It's like somebody blowing air into your muscle. It just blows up, and it feels different. It feels fantastic.
It's coming. It's coming.
He was really
It's as
fucking big.
satisfying to me as coming is, as having sex with a woman and coming.
Having sex with your maid and coming.
I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up. When I pose out in front of 5,000 people, I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night.
That should have been his campaign slogan.
So, I'm in heaven.
Yeah, when
There you go.
when I'm helping California, it makes me feel like I'm coming. I'm gonna come all the time.
I'm coming everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna come on everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that's great.
So we got people excited about bodybuilding.
Yeah,
I
There it
forgot.
goes.
Yeah, I never saw that actually, but I mean, I forgot that he had.
awesome.
He had done that documentary in the 70s. Wow. What a
insane.
great way to. I'm coming everywhere. I guess they compare weird things. Like my father used to run marathons, and he said he never said it was like coming. That would have creeped me out. It's like, Dad, why do you run so much? It's like jizzing, Jim.
You're 8.
He said, and then he said, run with me. No. He said it's like, he said, but you get high. He goes, you get a runner's high. Like from running, you get like, it's almost like a stoned feeling of endorphins. I've
Yeah.
never gotten that from working out. I get it from performing once in a while, like an endorphin rush. And I guess it is like, it's better than a relationship. I would say it's not better than sex, but I understand the comparison, but just not in physical activities.
Well, you've never gone and gotten a pump on.
I have not.
Do you see his muscles though?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I mean, yeah, the big giant veins.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That's got to feel good to look at your body and realize you've done that.
It does.
I don't feel as good.
Oh no.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Me neither.
You've trained your body into a tempo, Jim.
I have. I put weight on immediately.
You should have seen Jim.
We just got naked pictures of Arnold everywhere right
Yeah.
now.
Jim was gaining 4 pounds for a movie role
I probably put on
recently,
like 7.
and
Nice.
he was binge.
They asked you to gain weight. They're like, sorry,
No,
can you
they
please-
gave me a part, and I didn't. They didn't need to ask me. I kind of just wanted to do it, and I knew
artistic
I had.
choice.
Yeah, I had a limited time to do it.
But he you've never seen a guy binge eat the way Jim does. I swear, it was only over the course of like a week, but one morning for breakfast, he had a bagel with cream cheese and then 3 donuts and a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Diet Coke. We might as well have the Coke if you're gaining weight.
No, I don't like Coke. I like a Diet Coke. But your body takes it and makes you fat anyway. Like the body just goes, all right, this is Coke.
So you
Right.
you just wanted to be fatter. You didn't want like more muscle or anything like that.
No. I just wanted to put weight. I wanted it to be jollier under the neck because I was a little too skinny. So even when they made my shirt, I had them. I'm like, I had to go for a special fitting. I'm like, put it up and fucking choke me with it.
Really?
So it pushes my neck out, so I look a little bit.
It feels like coming.
Yeah,
Did
feels
it
like
work?
coming. A little bit, yeah. I mean, again, if I had a month, I could have really done it. But I said I want to feel like I'm coming on the set. I want to feel like I'm coming.
Choke me, make my shirt choke
Coming all
me, so I
night
feel
long.
like I'm coming
every day.
You did marry your high school sweetheart too. Is that weird? Like all of a sudden you're really famous, you're good looking,
yeah.
people love you. So obviously women are hitting on you. How do you like go like, hey man, that's not the way I
Wow. Now you trying to get me killed? Is
Not
that
at
what
all.
it is? Okay.
No, because you're obviously a happily married guy. So what in your mind goes? That's not what I want.
I guess I was programmed to know. Okay, stay away from that. That's not good. And I just know it's all trouble. You learn from other people's mistakes. You don't want to get caught into
So,
that
when you-
life.
It is, yes. And there's so many ways to get caught now because of 50
Oh my
years
God.
ago you could cheat all over the place, have 2 families, but now everything's on a computer or social media, and you're finished.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? Yeah, actually, never mind. I was going to use a Matt Serra quote, and then I'm like, you know what?
Well, a Matt quote might help.
No.
Oh, no, I'm happily married. Yeah. Jimmy!
Exactly.
Matt's a fucking man. Yeah.
So when you have this laser focus where you've got a task at hand, you're a married dude, you're not fucking around, you're not partying, you're not doing you're not doing any of this stuff. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing because it comes with the job, right? It comes with the territory. Does it then is it even more confusing to you than the rest of us when you hear stories like John Jones, for example, who's he just can't get his shit together, he can't stop
Yeah.
fucking and doing drugs and apparently
Steroids.
steroids and
It pisses. I don't care about the drugs and all that stuff because listen, that's just part of life. Not that I do it, but I'm just saying it's just
People
whatever.
do what they
yeah.
do. Yeah.
But the steroids thing
That
that
pisses you off.
pisses me off because listen, we're getting in a cage with another guy, and you're looking to hurt the other guy, and to go in there basically with a weapon that the other guy can't see and is not allowed to use. That's not cool.
Yeah, because on some level, even though you're hurting each other, you have to trust the guy that you're across the cage from, right?
Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, he's such a freak, look at him, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, is he a freak or is he a guy who was on steroids for his whole career? We don't know. And,
Right.
I mean, if I was on steroids, I guarantee you guys would think I'm a freak, even though I'm a freak even without it. But I'd be even more of a freak.
Yeah,
if I was on it. it messes up the game.
The dick
Refuses
pills
to.
too are weird. Like Jesse Taylor, who's a guy who was I think on the Ultimate Fighter house, and he was like doing very, very well. And then I think he won, or he came and he got drunk and he fucked up, and Dana wouldn't let him. Or he was going to fight in the finals, and Dana yanked him because he was causing a big problem publicly. So he comes back. And he's about to fight again, or he fights again, and then he tests positive for something. He said it was a dick pill, and said the dick pills are. I think I'm saying that. Is it Jesse Taylor, Josh? Yeah. It was okay.
So Viagra.
Not Viagra, no, an over-the-counter one. But how are these guys?
Does Viagra actually truly have stuff that you could fail for?
Do you know? I don't know, but some of the
They say
organic ones might.
It's the gas station.
It's the tainted.
dick pills.
It's
Yeah.
the tainted ones.
Use the Viagra, the Cialis. Did you
You think
use the
that's
pill? I've
bullshit?
used them. They're great.
No,
I haven't used one in a while, but they're
You
phenomenal.
You think the dick pill thing is bullshit?
I don't. I'm gonna say, I don't think that guys aren't using dick pills because I know plenty of guys that do. I would never, but
Oh yes,
I'm
you
just-
would.
I'm
You'd be
being,
surprised.
I'm
You're
being
kidding.
dishonest now. But I don't think that's why they're failing. I think
Right.
they're using that as a cover up. I know John Jones had used that as a cover up once, and now I think he probably has another cover up because
For
he
this
failed
one.
again. But a lot of guys are like getting these supplements. They find after they fail, they have their management or the team, find out supplements that could possibly be tainted. Oh, I was taking this. Okay, send this
I
to
see.
them, and now look. Oh, it was tainted. So that's what we can't say he wasn't taking this because it is something you could get
Right.
somewhere.
So it calls enough doubt into the thing.
Even though you didn't disclose it, even as one of your supplements, that's the other thing. If you did take a dick pill, you should disclose it.
Right.
Because I know fighters who've taken that and they get drug tested and they don't fail.
So,
Because there's a good chance that John Jones was lying about it the first time because obviously he was lying about a bunch of stuff that he was
but how
telling
could he
us.
be so stupid? Like, this is the thing with Joe. Like, the test, he was an in-competition test. I mean, it was like right around the time, like if you took it, then it wouldn't even have helped you. And he knows how they test. Like, why the fuck would he have done that? It's just insanity.
Well, was it? It was after the fight he failed, or the day of the fight?
I think the second failure was
This most recent one.
after.
Right after the fight.
It was after.
It was
the
right after.
I
yeah.
don't know, man. I just don't. I don't know. I feel like there's some guys who have like doctors and they like take them off things and they manage their blood somehow in their urine and know exactly when they're going to pass or fail and maybe
I
a
see.
miscalculation. I don't know.
Oh, okay. It's crazy. Is it tempting at all? I mean, I know you don't do it, but is it a tempting thing? Like, fuck, man, I'm tired. I should do something, or do you just like? Is it just not even a thought that would cross your
It's
mind?
just first of all, for me, I got a 5-year-old boy. I got kids, and I don't want to ever wake up and have to explain to them that their dad cheated because they're going to be hearing it from their kids and their friends in school,
Right.
and like why it was okay for me to cheat, but they're not allowed to cheat. I don't want to. That's like one of the biggest things at this point. It was always like I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat. These other guys, I'm hoping they aren't cheating, and I don't want to do that. But then it becomes also almost like I don't want to let my kids down and my family down. by
So you
doing
do think
something
of
like
that? It's weird. I don't have kids, but kids actually kind of come into your mentality.
Definitely, yeah. I don't want to let them down. I'll look like a not a good guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you have a kid, it's like all of a sudden there is a responsibility for your actions that wasn't there before. Somebody's watching everything that you do, not necessarily in a negative way. It's just there's a personal responsibility, not just to raise the kid, but to do things that you would tell the kid to do and not do things that you would not have the kid do, right?
Yeah. And then also, like, if they were gonna, if there's drug testing, I wish they could figure out a way to where you can't take these steroids because obviously guys are still doing it. And if they're gonna let people take steroids, the thing that sucks about that, obviously, then I would do it if everybody's doing steroids. But the problem is they're not good for you. Like you're literally gonna possibly die early and all this crap. And then guys are gonna take steroids to a whole nother level. Like some of these guys before the USADA were just jacked out of control.
Don't you get tits if you come off them too? Like I know what kind of blockers they are, but if you come off them, then don't you get like breasts because like the testosterone blocker, whatever it is, or estrogen blockers.
Yeah, you have to get the estrogen blockers as you're coming off of them, I think.
Oh, that's what it is.
why when people get like popped for estrogen block, like I think
So you don't get
I think
bosoms.
Brock got popped for an estrogen blocker.
Yep.
Chael
which-
too. I thought it was Chael. I'm not
I think Chael, some baseball players.
Yeah.
That's like a thing.
You don't want breasts.
because they come off the testosterone and they don't
Yeah, no,
they
you-
don't bring their estrogen back down.
I don't know anything about that stuff. But I always thought like, should I take a little
estrogen blocker.
Not estrogen.
Did you
blocker.
guys ever think of taking steroids?
I've thought of it, but not big to get big. but just because I'm always so tired, my sleep sucks. And
Oh,
I'm
you
like,
want
When you
TRT?
take HGH,
That's what I'm
I mean,
TRT.
Matt Serra. I mean, he
Matt's
being
a TRT
around
guy.
him all day long.
He's
I
an
mean,
animal. Like, Jimmy, I woke up. I had to come. Matt's an animal. I rolled a little bit. All he does is fucking come. Matt's a savage guy. Like that to me, he lives an ideal life. He's a happily married guy. He likes to have sex. He likes to fight.
Yeah.
So
What
I'm
about,
like, would
like,
that help me? TRT? Would TRT help me get a little bit more energy?
Ask Matt Serra. He's gonna say yes.
Okay.
You know what? I was like, as soon as TRT came out, I'm like, yeah. After I'm done fighting, I'm definitely doing it. And then I'm hearing all these guys that just like, you know, you have to do it for the rest of your life.
Oh, you
Every
do?
single week, I think you have to take injections every single week for the rest of your life.
What if
I
you
know.
don't?
Like at 80 years old, you're still injecting yourself.
Get titties.
And how much studies are into how long? I mean, how long has TRT really been around to where there's studies on it? Like, are you gonna live to your 80? I don't
Right.
know. So
Yeah, maybe I won't. I didn't want to get hair either. I'm smooth and hairless, and a lot of girls like that. They like the fact that I'm not a hairy guy, so I don't want to
Yeah.
start sprouting hair at 49 years
that's
old.
awesome. You're hairless.
It's
That's
creepy
great.
to be 49, sprout hair.
Why don't you start doing like I know that there's like a trend now. Some people just do it because they get hungover. But the you get the IV, like the vitamin IV. You know,
Oh, that's
people-
like the
or
IV doctor you
rehydrating
get
or
it. Well,
whatever.
we're
Yeah.
not allowed to get IVs ever now. I guess because cyclists cycle out their blood somehow.
Oh, I see.
So we're not allowed IV.
Is that what they were doing, cycling out all their blood?
Supposedly that's why they banned IVs originally, was because cyclists in between their whatever races, they'll go into a little dormitories wherever they would go, and they would start doing IVs to cycle, like basically blood transfusion. I think, like taking their blood and putting clean blood. I don't know,
That's
but
what I would
basically
do.
that they just got rid of IVs altogether because they didn't want to worry about that.
But can't you put it through somewhere else? They're going to check your arm and the back of your knee, but aren't there other veins you can use?
I think you definitely
The
get away with it.
vas
They say that they test for the plastic, like the plasticity or something in your blood, and if it's
okay.
up, maybe you've been taking IVs.
What a dope I am. I think there's a guy looking for needle holes.
That's what he's doing. Yeah, you failed. I see the track mark.
No, it's a scratch.
I would, if I had money, I would get that IV. I would have a guy come into my house once a week, twice a week, whatever I could afford to give me the IV.
Oh, my friend
sounds
gets it
awesome.
all the time.
Sounds
It's
awesome.
like $400, and anytime he feels like he's getting a little sick, they just
That's
come
it?
right to his house.
$400?
They'll come to your
$400,
house and do that?
And there's different things, like you feel like you're getting the flu. There's like a different type of cocktail they make. If you feel, if you're just out drinking the night before, there's a different type of cocktail. There's all like, they have it down to a science.
They cycle out your blood.
No.
They give
This
you
is
vitamins.
just like, it's literally like a
Oh.
bag, IV bag, like you're in the hospital and a bunch of water going into you.
Yeah.
And so if you're hungover, the big issue is that you're dehydrated. So basically, they hydrate you.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to drink when you,
So that's really good. Wow. And you could have them come to your house?
You
Yeah,
should
oh,
try
yeah.
that. Because people.
That I would do.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have
Yeah.
done it, and it's been like everybody loves it.
Oh,
It's
I
not-
didn't know that.
yeah.
I guess I'll have to just look that
IV
up.
doctor or something.
Yeah,
Something like
they
that.
come to
they
your
should-
house, they bring an IV, and it's either.
How long does it take?
I mean,
No, I think it's pretty quick. And
yeah.
it's like legit nurse comes and they sit with you and get
probably
done.
like less than an hour.
How
like
fucking
you
awesome
know,
would that
until
be?
the bag is empty, and it's either rehydrating or it's like just vitamins.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
there's
just a way to
a
get everything
website. It's
in.
like the tranny nurse. They come and they do it in their trannies. It's pretty awesome.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Jim's like Santa. Jim's looking around
But
like
it's not a needle.
Jim. Literally, I've never seen this look on his face. He doesn't want to do the radio show anymore.
Yeah.
He wants to go home
wants to
and find
Google.
a training doctor right now.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about. Oh my God, is that really a website? It could be in this day and age.
Oh,
They just show
definitely.
up.
I wouldn't be
Could be for
surprised.
sure.
Delightful young nurse.
What have you ever thought? You should do growth hormone. Have you thought about doing that?
No, I
Didn't
don't know.
Sylvester Stallone do that?
Yeah, again, I don't know.
A
if
lot of guys have done it.
But they
Yeah.
work out. Like these are guys who are committed to the
Yeah, but
gym.
you also see these guys with these huge bellies, where like
Oh,
literally
like
their
with the ab on
intestines-
the
Yeah,
outside,
because their
but-
intestines,
yeah.
all their insides have grown from the inside out, and it just pushes their stomach out. It's not. That's obviously not good.
Yeah, I don't need
And
that.
if you have any cancer cells in your body at all, it's just. If you have any cancer cells in your body at all, I keep going away from the
That's
mic. I guess it just gets bigger and bigger. So
Oh, really?
kind of scary stuff.
The vitamins, though, that makes the
vitamins.
sense.
Vitamins.
That's
yeah.
healthy, right?
Yeah, it'll make
Yeah.
you feel good for the day. But
Is it only for a
it's not
day
going to
less?
get you jacked.
But it lasts only for a day.
Yeah, I think. I mean, IV. Yeah, it's pretty
Until
much,
until vitamins run out, right?
I gotta
Like,
get
or
a flu.
until you would dehydrate again. Like if
hope
you
you
don't.
have some B12 and vitamin C, you'll feel good.